Greetings, I am Edgar Allan Poe.
Slate.
These are my Tales of Mystery.
Tales of Mystery screen test. Take 10. Action.
Greetings, I am Edgar Allan Poe, and these are my tales of mystery and imagination, of the grotesque and the arabesque, of murder, mayhem, revenge.
Cut.
Greetings, I am Jose Acosta. You just saw a short excerpt from the teaser I created back in 2002. You can see it on YouTube or on my website, doubleraven.smugmug.com. The idea first came to me when I was in film school. It was about 1990. So I thought, what can I do with a zero budget? An animated teaser. So, in 2001, I devoted several weeks to completing the 3-minute short and started entering film festivals. It made a splash right away at the Savannah Film Fest, where it generated 2 glowing reviews in the New York Times and Savannah Morning News. Well, we went on to be selected for over 20 film festivals, including the Big Bear International Film Fest in California, where we scored a win for Best Digital Animation. We were talking feature film deal. But alas, I grew weary.
Mr. Poe. Action! Action! More feeling this time. That's too much feeling. I don't think we can use
That's
this
funny.
guy.
I just finished watching the Edgar Allan Poe stuff. It's amazing. My name is Tom Gonzalez. I was an illustrator, art director, creative director for years. I worked at Coke. Did some work for McDonald's. I did some agency work. I'm now a children's book illustrator. My first book was 14 Cows for America, and it was a New York Times bestseller. That was my first book off the bat. And I read all the Shinto religion. In spirits, you only see them at dawn or at dusk when the light changes. This whole explanation about all these different types of spirits, right? A friend of ours turned me on to Edgar Allan Poe animation that Jose did, and I thought it was totally amazing. I think it requires funding. I think it's an awesome idea. It's got a great format. It's funny because I think it deserves the time and it deserves the attention and detail and the funding to really get this completed. I'm jealous. I should have thought of this myself, but he did. And I go, oh, I got to do this.
I'm Kevin Rucker, and I'm an illustrator. I had read the story and seen some artwork that had been done for the character studies originally, and really liked it. It allows us to tell a backstory and kind of give us the ability to put our own spin on it. And because I throw the perspective so out of shape that it makes it more dramatic. You know, shiny and new is fleeting, and then you get rust, bleaching from the sun on man-made objects, and I think that's when they really turn beautiful, because they're being reclaimed by the earth.
My name is Paxton Green. I am an independent writer-producer for various networks around the country. I've done quite a lot of animation work with networks such as Disney XD as well as Cartoon Network. Kickstarter. Get this guy the money. He needs money to finish this project so you can see it. Believe me, it's worth it. I couldn't believe my eyes. It looks wonderful. It's beautiful. It's got a great concept. It's got a great heart behind it. It has Edgar Allan Poe, so I mean, you really can't go wrong.
Many of the real-life characters who surrounded Poe in his time seemed like they came right out of one of his stories. There was his mother, Elizabeth, the stage actress, who died when Poe was just an infant. Poe kept this tiny painting of her in his locket. His cruel foster father, John Allen, who disowned Poe as a teenager. And his young wife, Virginia. Some believe she was the subject of his romantic poem, Annabel Lee. And then there's the villain, Rufus Griswold, who tricked Poe into becoming his literary executor and then wrote scathing articles about him after Poe's death. Kind of a Judas character that we can use in our story. We also plan to add a couple of mystical characters from his most famous poem, The Raven, namely Pallas Athena, goddess of wisdom and war. The pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. And the Raven himself, of course. Nevermore! We hope to have the premiere screening of the pilot in late October, of course. You know, Halloween time. I hope you can join us on this adventure. Come on. You know Poe totally rocks. Let's make this happen.